A short opening statement, then we'll take questions.
Yeah, it was a good, hard-fought football game, and I figured it would come down to that. Those guys beat us in some one-on-one matchups that their D-line on our guys, and we had a couple guys open, just couldn't get the ball out. And both teams fought hard, and they were just one play better than us.
Without Markin, with the job they did on Tajay, is Blake trying to find some cohesiveness with some receivers he hasn't thrown a lot to on the fly?
Yeah, we try to get the ball to other guys, and you know, it just didn't work out. So, you know, Markin's a good player. He's our second best receiver. You know, and Rod's come on, so yeah, we try to, you know, got to be more than one guy. It's a team game, so a couple times I had Taj open, he didn't have time, and you know, so just was one of those things. They credit Akron. I mean, we knew their defensive guys were really good, especially in front. And they were able to play coverage and rush four and do some things. And you know, Chuck's been around a long time, and they got us on the field.
After all that happened, you guys got the ball back with minute 52 with a chance to win the game. Did you say anything to Fro or the offense before that drive started?
No, the guys were good. I was disappointed coming out at the half because we had a plan and we lined up wrong and made a mistake, and then they took the ball and went down and scored on it. You know, we gave up two third 13s that kill you. When you got first and 25, you can't get off the field. It was disappointing, but the defense overall played pretty well, really well. But there was no waiver on the sideline. That was not like you know, the feeling maybe at Toledo. The guys, there was a real confidence that we were going to get it back, and you know, guys on defense did some good things and got it back and had a chance, and that's all you can ask for. You know, we had the play time before in a roughing. We got probably a wide open. Rod's wide open, and just, you know, we make him miss assignment up front. They just beat us one-on-one, which they did a lot in the second half.
Fro had a couple picks. He had the intentional grounding there. Are those things? I mean, are those things disappointing to you? You talked about how you wanted guys to catch the ball more, and he's got a lot of his shoulders. Are those things frustrating, disappointing for you at this point?
Well, not as frustrating as last week, where our guys played hard. They played hard. We just weren't good enough. Well, they gave an effort. That's all you can ask. We try to put them in positions to watch the film and say, hey, if you don't make the plays, you're not going to win the games. So, as I said, there was no, you know, I think everybody on the sideline, at least today, we were going to get the ball back and we're going to have a chance, and guys fought all the way through. So that's was completely different from last week. So at least we got that started in the right direction.
You said your guys weren't good enough. Is that surprising at this point?
What?
You just said you said your guys weren't good enough. Is that surprising at this point, or?
Not against their defense. I mean, some one-on-one things, they were just better than us. That's, you know, sometimes you got to, you know, that's what it comes down to. So, as I said, it was an even. They kicked one more field goal. You know, they scored 2 touchdowns. They probably did, you know. We did the second quarter where we had good field position. Defense did a great job with the 2 takeaways, and we didn't get anything out of those. Dropped the ball again, and we dropped the center snap on Wildcat, and you know, it's hard to make it up when you do those things. Nobody's around you. You can't drop the ball. And if we do that, we're not going to win games.
You said in your opening statement that you struggled to get the ball out in the second half. How come? What went into that?
What do you mean?
You said getting passes out in the second half. You struggled to get the
Well,
ball
somebody did. Well, because they beat us one-on-one matchups. They beat us on some one-on-one matchups, and that's what makes them a great defense. You know, when they can rush the passer and play coverage with 7, and that's always what you're worried about. You know, when they don't have to blitz. They got a good defense.
You're talking D-line versus offensive line.
And the running backs in that way, yeah. Fro didn't have a lot of time to, you know, we get hit on every one. I thought that might be an issue when they got ahead, but at the end, you know, we had time and the guys kept fighting. So that's all you can ask for.
Statistically, the offense has regressed since last year. What do you attribute that to? I mean, it seems like things were kind of going in one direction.
A lot of better defenses.
You're playing better defenses?
Yeah. There's, you know, I mean, we were better today than we were last year against Akron, weren't we?
I don't, like, Frohnapple didn't play against Akron last year.
Well, we were better with it, so. But no, I mean, we played better defense. Kent State's better, Notre Dame's better, At times, yeah, we haven't played that well as we expected. We've had some guys bang, but yeah, we got 3 games left, so.
With the bowl game out of the picture and all that, I mean, are you going to make any person like Ross Comas or anything like that and put him in?
No, we'll play the best guys and try to win. We're going to try to do our best. Get ready for Eastern Michigan. The guys that are ready to go. We got them ready to go and win a game.
I know we've asked this in the past. Is Frohnapple 100% or is he banged up at all?
I think at this time everybody's nicked. We haven't had a bye week, and it's 9 weeks plus camp. So yeah, I mean they're all a little bit nicked, and I've been trying to manage it somewhat. I don't know if it hurt us this week. I worked them really a lot harder, and they responded. So, but I got to look at think about it and then figure out what I'm going to do with them on Monday. They'll be off tomorrow. So that's always an issue. You hear about it across the country. Hey, great to have a bye week. Michigan State doesn't hit on it, and the other one's that way. And we've been talking to people around. It's a tough deal to manage 15 straight weeks. When you conclude camp and everything else.
Just making sure I understood what you said, Greg. Recognizing that Blake is and everybody is a little nicked up at this point. Is there anything health-wise that you think is particularly impacting his? Do you think any of his play?
No, I think he's throwing the ball better than he ever did last year. I really do. Last week was the velocity. If you look at the tape from last year and all those things, yeah. No, he might be after today. He got hit a few times, down low, and but he'll bounce back. But I think everybody's that way.
You've heard it from us a number of times. You guys had momentum into the second half. You get shut out in the third. It's the 7th time I think that's happened this year. You said you wanted the guys to play harder. Is there more that goes into it? The fact that it keeps happening?
We've tried a bunch of different things. We gave the plays. We didn't line up right on the third down play, so we give it to them. So that those mental mistakes, and we had a lot of energy on it coming out, and they went and scored a touchdown. The kid made a great run and ran us over, and but I was proud of the way the guys bounced back after that, because could have been at that point looked like it was Toledo again, but guys didn't waver, so something to build on.
You haven't used Dan Jonah much, and then at the biggest player of the game at the end, he's the targeted receiver. Has he made strides? Was it a necessity?
He was sick during the year. During the last, he was really coming on, and then he got mono, and then just got back and had a really good week and a half of practice. With Taj not practicing, so we just felt like, hey, we want to get him some fresh legs. Just showing some speed in practice. So.
All that considered, I mean, is that the throw you want Fro making at the end of a game, a one-on-one to Dan in that situation?
Well, coverage, if they bracketed those two other guys, then that's the guy that's got to, the next guy's got to go. Said if they rush 3 and they double Taj and Rod, then that's where it's got to go. So, at that point, that's where we're at. We don't have Mark, and we're redshirting Bernard and Jalen, so that's the next guy. So the next guy's got to come up and make the play. That's just the way it is.
Did he trip? Did Jonah trip on that?
I didn't see. I couldn't tell. I didn't look at the replay. I didn't see it. I looked at the official to see if the kid bobbled it, and the kid made a good play. And that's what we'll look at it tomorrow.
Did they make any adjustments in the second half in the third quarter? Or do you think it was more of the one-on-one matchups, like you said earlier?
Well, I think they had the field position deal. They really haven't given up, besides Bowling Green, haven't given up many yards. So that was kind of playing into it. No, they played better than we did.
Anything else?